Number 5. The Chansey Spawn Easter Egg. If you didn't know, Chansey is a normal type Pokemon, which makes it a bit more difficult when trying to find it since it's pretty rare. Now it turns out that there's actually a little trick that the Pokemon Go developers added in to make sure so you could find Chanseys more easily. If you've actually played the original Pokemon, you know that Chansey is a healer. So what better place for devs to add in Chansey than near pharmacies, clinics, hospitals, and more? That's right, literally going to any health associated building gives you a greater chance at finding Chanseys. Was definitely a funny little thing that the Pokemon Go devs added in, and that's why we put it at our number 5 spot. Number 4. The Changing Color Easter Egg. So what's really cool about this one is that to this day, it's still a huge mystery. The way to access the main menu on Pokemon Go is by touching the Pokeball at the bottom of the screen, and then that lets you check your Pokédex, see all your Pokemon, get to the shop, or obviously just check all your items. But what you might not know is that if you hold the Pokeball down now, whenever you hover your finger over those options, it highlights it in a certain color. No one has any clue as to why it does this, but some people think it's because there's some sort of greater purpose to it. A lot of people have been associating it with finding Ditto, so I don't know, that's just a theory. For now, it's just a really neat trick to change the color, and that's why it's coming in at our number 4 spot. Number 3. Bruce Lee Hints. Bruce Lee is one of the all-time greatest fighters in history, so it only makes sense for Pokemon to have one named Hitmonlee, which is a fighting type Pokemon. What Pokemon Go went even farther with for an Easter egg to Bruce Lee was that they actually put a nest of Hitmonlee at Bruce Lee's grave. In Lakeview Cemetery in Seattle, Washington, where Bruce Lee's grave is located, players have reported finding a ton of Hitmonlees in the area. I just thought that was a super neat thing that they added in. Number 2. Pikachu Starter Pokemon. This one's probably the first Easter egg ever discovered, but if you haven't heard about it, I'll tell you now. Essentially, in the beginning of the game, you're faced between choosing Bulbasaur, Squirtle, or Charmander. What you might not have known is that if you walk just a bit farther, you could actually get Pikachu as your starter Pokemon. It's like a nod to the Pokemon show where Ash shows up late, and instead of getting any of the 3, he gets a Pikachu instead. Although honestly, you'd be better off getting one of the original 3 so you can get candies for the fully evolved version, like Charizard or Blastoise. Number 1. Eevee Evolution Trick. So I want to correct myself really quickly because in one of my previous videos I called this a myth when it's actually real. Eevee can either evolve into Jolteon, Vaporeon, or Flareon. Now if you haven't gotten one of the evolutions of Eevee, you're going to want to use this trick so you can get the extra XP bonus for discovering a new Pokemon. Essentially by changing the name of your Eevee before you evolve it, it'll make it so you could actually choose which one you want to evolve into. So for Vaporeon, you want to rename it Rainer, for Flareon, you want to name it Pyro, and for Jolteon, you want to use Sparky, which is from the TV show. Now, something really important that you should know is that once you get all 3 types of the Eevee evolution, you really want to start focusing on only going for Vaporeon and Flareon. Vaporeon has the highest possible CP out of the 3, obviously Flareon coming in at second. So clearly that's the one you should go for if you want to get the highest possible CP Eevee evolution.
Potion or whatever. No. We have this. We need one more hit. No. Voltorb. Voltorb, buddy. Yo, we just got absolutely wrecked.